It was a cold, overcast day, and the atmosphere in the school felt unusually heavy. I was in my English class, seated near the window, half listening to the teacher discuss a book we were reading. Suddenly, the loudspeaker crackled, and the principal's voice, shaky and urgent, echoed through the room. "This is not a drill. We are now in lockdown. Teachers, secure your classrooms immediately." My heart sank, and the room fell silent. Our teacher, normally composed, looked visibly shaken as she rushed to lock the door and turn off the lights. She motioned for us to move to the back of the room and crouch down behind the desks. The blinds were drawn, and the once familiar classroom was plunged into eerie darkness. Minutes passed like hours. The only sound was our shallow breathing and the occasional creak of the building. Then, faintly, we heard the sound of heavy footsteps echoing down the hallway. They weren't hurried but deliberate, each step reverberating like a countdown. A low, raspy voice began muttering something unintelligible. The footsteps grew louder, closer. My classmates clung to each other, some whispering prayers, others too frozen with fear to make a sound. The tension was unbearable. The footsteps stopped right outside our classroom door. A shadow moved across the gap at the bottom. Then came the rattling of the doorknob, followed by 3 loud bangs on the door. Each hit sent a jolt of terror through my body. A deep, menacing voice growled, "Open up!" Someone in the corner started crying softly. The teacher motioned for them to stay quiet, her finger pressed to her lips, but the sound only grew louder. The man outside the door began laughing, a guttural, chilling laugh that made my blood run cold. Suddenly, there was a loud crash further down the hall, followed by a series of panicked shouts. The man at our door turned and sprinted toward the commotion. We could hear his footsteps fading, replaced by the distant sound of police sirens growing louder. Minutes later, the principal's voice came back over the loudspeaker, calmer this time. "The threat has been neutralized. Remain in lockdown until further notice." When the police finally escorted us out, we learned that the man had broken into the school and was armed. He'd been apprehended near the cafeteria, where he tried to escape through a window. Nobody was hurt, but the image of his shadow under the door and his voice demanding entry will haunt me forever.